Welcome to Bridge the Atlantic, where we get to know the people behind the creative industries. We are your host, music web designer Ross Barber, owner of Electric Kiwi, where we create awesome custom websites for bands, artists, and musicians.
And I'm award-winning singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and indie filmmaker, Marcio Novelli.
Joining us this week is Canadian actor, playwright, and author Dawna Wightman. An apple orchard farmer turned actor, Dawna has written and starred in plays including Life As A Pomegranate, for which she won the Midtown International Theatre Festival Outstanding Actress Off-Broadway Award, The Hush Baby, and Containers.
Her film TV work includes roles in Treatment, Acapulco, and True Crimes, and she has also starred in a commercial for Ford. We're looking forward to hearing Dawna's story and the advice she would offer to aspiring actors, particularly in Canada. Hi, Dawna.
Hi guys.
How are you?
I'm great.
Awesome.
It's so fun.
Awesome. Let's get right to it and ask. I want to ask you 3 things about yourself that everyone should know.
3 things that everyone should know. I love elephants, and in the novel I just wrote, there's an orange elephant. Second thing everyone should know is that I really love smart people. I know there's 8 types of human intelligence, but I love a certain type of smart people. I love word smart people. And the third thing everyone should know is that my new play is opening in 3 days.
Well, that's exciting, isn't it?
It is very exciting. So we're really busy right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I just want to make a point, Ross. How many episodes? We're nearing 100 episodes, and I still can't ask 3 things about yourself. That I still can't do it. Still can't ask our guests properly. Like, can you tell us 3 things about yourself that everyone should know? Maybe that's it. Maybe because our notes say 3 things about yourself that everyone should know. So I never know how to freaking start the question. Anyways, that's just me. That's just me laughing at my own inability to even run a podcast. almost 100 episodes in.
So with Marcio's faults and problems aside, you've gone from apple orchard farmer, which is a pretty cool job in itself, to an actress and playwright in the past 8 years.
I have.
Can you tell us a little bit about why you changed paths and maybe a few of the things that you've learned along the way?
Why I changed paths? Well, I wrote a play for my friend Margaret Annis, and I submitted it to a national playwriting competition when I was still living on the apple orchard in Foxborough, Ontario. And I got shortlisted, and then I won. And it was the first play I had ever written. So I spent 4 days in St. John's, Newfoundland with some amazing Canadian artists. Des Walsh, Ruth Lawrence, and Chislett. We were on CBC Radio. We drank lots of Cointreau. And when I flew home, I just thought, I really want to spend the rest of my life telling stories that are going to empower girls and women. And so we sold our farm and we moved here. We just sold everything. Pretty scary.
Yeah, it's a bold move, but it's inspiring to completely change your life to do what you want to do, because you only have one, as far as we know.
Well, you get caught stirring the oatmeal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You end up, garbage night, time to put out the compost. Oh, another bill. Oh, garbage night, time to put out the compost. Oh, another bill. You get caught in that, and all of a sudden you look and you go, oh my God, like my life's passing by. And sometimes I think I'm really big on taking risks. I think everyone should take risks.
Yes.
And the bigger the risk, the better. And the scarier it is, if it's not scary, it's not a risk.
Oh, I love to hear you say that. No, I love to hear you say that.
Yeah, well, you're going to, selling my life. I quit my career and I left our friends behind. We took 3 children out of school. We sold our farm. Moving here to a big city, I felt it was sort of like jumping off a cliff.
Mm-hmm.
And you really need to have faith that you're either going to grow wings or land somewhere soft. Because if you don't take the risk, then you end up just stirring the oatmeal.
Now, how did your kids react to the move? Because I have 2 kids myself, and that's something I always think about. How, they're still very young, but particularly when they're in school and uprooting them, how did that impact them? Do they love living where you guys live now, or what?
Well, they were pretty resilient to moving because resilient and resistant, because kids are pretty resilient. But we had a great life, and and I hate to talk in a bunch of platitudes, but I am going to say this platitude: the biggest enemy of a great life is a good life. And we had a good life. My kids had a good life. They didn't realize that moving here to a big city, they'd make better friends, and they'd really grow as people, because there's a lot more opportunity. I love the country, and I miss my friends every single day. To anyone who's listening.
I'm sure they're watching. Or they will be watching when this airs.
I miss them every day, but there's lots of opportunities in this city that just aren't there. There's a different type of opportunity in the country, There's a really quiet, gentle beauty in the country, and the mornings really mean it, and night times really mean it more.
Yeah.
But in the city, there's so many. For every ear of corn, that's a person here in the city, and it's an idea.
Well, you know what? Both lifestyles appeal to me. I when I was a kid, I actually couldn't stand the idea of living on a farm or out in the country. But now, as I've gotten a little older, it actually really appeals to me. Although there's this dichotomy, because the artist in me needs to be in a big city. You know what I mean? And there's like you said, the opportunity. That's where everything is. You're not going to move to the country and be able to walk out your door and do what you have to do. You're going to have to travel constantly. So there's this dichotomy in me, and I'm sure I feel it in you too. Both have its appeal, and both are wonderful for their own reasons. I feel like personally living out in the country is probably the best thing you can do. And, it's just, there's a quietness, and there's a sense of community. But then for career wise, you need to be in a big city. You need to be.
Yeah, but there's a misconception to living in the city and the country. I thought when we lived in the country, I would grow my armpit hair and bake scones.
I don't even grow my armpit hair. Yuck.
I just thought I would be Mother Earth.
Yeah.
And no, it's not like that in the country. There's a lot of snow in the country and a lot of space. And in the city, there's a lot of people, and it's really expensive and crowded.
Yeah.
But artist. Yeah, there's pros and cons.
Yeah, exactly.
Artist. I think people can live artfully. Like in the country, when I wasn't writing and I wasn't acting, I feel that I lived artfully anyway. And that word artist is people. When I only let other people call me an artist, because it's not up to me to call myself an artist. Not yet, Not even though my plays keep winning awards. That word. Do you know what I mean?
See, I've never had a problem. maybe that's maybe I don't know if that's pretentiousness or narcissist. I don't know what it is, but I refer to myself as an artist, because an artist creates. An artist, you're creating something from nothing, and you're doing. Yeah, but this is different. Like I feel like I don't know, if you're creating something, if you're creating art. I'm not even explaining. I'm being redundant here, but you're putting something out there in the world that. You can say something back to you're putting something out in the world that's going to change someone, or but you're doing it in a creative way. How do I see?
What
do
you think, Ross? What do you think?
Come on, audience.
Yeah.
Voice your opinions in our Facebook and Twitter comments here.
I think it's okay. I think if you feel yourself that you're an artist, then go ahead and call yourself an artist. But if you don't feel that you're an artist, then don't call yourself an. I think kind of just depends what you feel. If you think what you're putting out there is art, then you're an artist. But if you feel that what you're doing isn't art, then you probably don't consider yourself an artist.
For me, it's kind of like against that idea that you have to attain something to an artist. It's the same idea of I love Zen Buddhism, and that whole idea of attaining enlightenment. A lot of Buddhists don't believe that's only for the Buddha, but I think that's a bunch of bullshit. You know what I mean? For me, it's like, that's for everyone. If you can, learn to be in the moment, and just
absolutely.
So I think that call yourself. You are an artist, Dawna.
Okay.
You can call yourself an artist. Don't be afraid of being called being pretentious. If you call that, you are. That's what you are.
Well, for years I called myself a meat packer. I'm going to tell you why. Because when I would tell people I'm a meat packer, they never said, "What kind of meat do you pack?" Whereas saying I'm an artist, saying I'm a theater maker, saying I'm a filmmaker and a novelist, it's such a, I can look around. Everybody seems to be a theater maker, a novelist, a filmmaker. I don't know. I kind of just want to do the work. I don't want to talk about it as much as, you know.
come on the wrong show. That's all we do here.
Okay, ask another question.
Well, tell us about your novel, A Yarn of Bone and Paper.
Yeah, thank you for asking me. It's the love of my life. My novel is it's right now with Penguin Random House, the manuscript, which is pretty exciting. And it's about a girl who slowly realizes that the people raising her are not human. And I really, you know, they say write what you know. And when we had the farm, we lived very close to this very mysterious kind of tunnel that led to a sort of a secret opening in a meadow. And so I thought, what would happen if that was a way to get in and out of this place called Faro, this whole land I've created. And it's like all of my plays, my novel included, they're all for girl power. I believe that girls and women were not where we should be yet. So I created this species of people called the Faroan, and when they come through the tunnel onto our side, they form these ropes on their backs. So if you clip the ropes off, they're like hollow bird claws. And if you clip their ropes, they can disguise as you or me. And you, Ross, or you, Marcio, you could be a Faroan. And so could I.
Maybe
and so
I am.
You never know. If you've got shoulder blades, you could be.
I do.
There you go.
Are you sure? Are you sure, Ross?
I'm sure.
Are you sure?
As far as I know, they are shoulder blades, yeah.
Then you might be.
So you're just on the brink of something really big happening here. Oh, that's so exciting to have you on right now. I've got a question for you. We have a lot more, I'd say, American musicians and actors on the show than Canadian. Hey, Ross, I know we want to get a lot more from our own countries. Not that it matters. Yeah. We want to share art from all over the world. But I'd love to hear a little bit of your insight on working in the Canadian film industry and being an author in Canada, and just how, what have your experiences been like, and what do you have to say to particularly Canadian artists who want to pursue their dreams in Canada?
Well, I would say it's frontier town right now with the internet. I mean, I personally don't know any actor who isn't also either writing a short film or into songwriting, and you have to be multitasking now as an artist in Canada.
Or you can multitask. That's actually the great thing, is that you don't have to narrow it down.
You don't have to narrow it down.
Shouldn't have to. If you're an artist, there's the word again, and if you want to create, just create.
Yeah. And my acting coach, he says to me, Dawna, cream rises to the top, which gives me great hope, because as a middle-aged woman, it's a whole different ball. It's a whole different playing field from younger actors.
How so?
And, well, because, and understandably, I understand the way it's been explained to me is that casting directors, they have people they work with. And those women who are my age, they've been doing it for 20, 25 years.
Right.
So they want to work. They've established working relationships with those women. Someone like me comes on into this stage, and they kind of don't want to meet me. So, I just keep leaning into the universe and doing the work that comes my way. When you hear people go, oh, well, I chose that script because it was really good. It was really meaty.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, my God. I'm just so grateful. I just shot a commercial for Viagra just before Christmas. And I got hired. They're paying me double scale. I do the work. It feeds my theater. I'm shooting 2 commercials a year right now. And I do a few small indie films. And I would say for any actor in Canada, just go out and do the work, look for the work, network, write your own stories, write the roles that aren't being made available to you.
Do you enjoy doing commercials?
I do. It's really fun, and there's usually cake.
Well,
Sign me up.
I was gonna say, I think Ross is one over right there.
Yeah, definitely.
Get into commercials.
Cake, pie, great.
That's funny.
So, I guess we kind of covered it a little bit, but for any actors who are just getting started in the business, whether they're just out of school or if they're they've been doing something else for 10 years and they've just decided time for a change, I want to go into acting. Right. What would be the advice that you would give them? Like maybe one thing that you didn't know when you got started.
What I didn't know when I got started, I would say do your homework, find out who the best agents are, and go have faith in yourself. Get feedback from other people. Find out, what kind of acting you're good at. I don't think anybody's good at everything.
Right.
So I would do my homework, find the best agent you can. I would go to the library, find a play, get the rights from Samuel French or whoever it is, put on a play, invite the best people you can, invite the press, and you'd be amazed. This Friday, my new play called A Mickey Full of Mouse is opening at the Red Sandcastle Theatre here in Toronto, and we're sold out, which is great. Like if you build it, they will come. As an actor, too many of people I hear are sort of sitting back waiting for the phone to ring. And that's not an actor. That's a person waiting for the phone to ring. Mm-hmm. You've got an actor has to act like a musician has to make music. So go out and act, find a play that you love or write a play that you love even more. Or just, and when I started, I did every student film I could. Just keep doing what you have to do.
That's really smart because people who are just starting out, I mean, you don't know where they're going to be in 5-10 years. And, and that's a great relationships to build up, is to get working. Like I often work with people fresh out of film school or students on music videos. I direct, but often I'll co-direct with them or bring them in because it's a win-win for everyone. It gets them the experience and, I'm not paying nearly as much as I would normally have to pay for something or not paying at all usually, and it's really a win-win because they're talented and they're hungry more than like really well. They're not hungry like someone when they get a little bit older and they really need it, but they're excited. They're fresh. You know what I mean? And so I would definitely recommend people work with students or people fresh out of film school.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I would say if people aren't hungry, they should ask themselves why they're not.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean? I meant.
It's good to be hungry.
Yeah.
It's great.
Absolutely. I think you get hungrier as you get older, though, because you start realizing. To me, I think you start realizing that there's not all the time in the world to do what you want to do, and you really go for it. I don't know. That's just me, and I think I can feel that from you too.
Yeah, it's just so fun to be playing roles that I dream of. Mm-hmm. This new play opening Friday, it's about two women who fall inside a snow globe and they're doomed to stay there forever unless they get to the other side of a very painful childhood memory.
Wow.
And I get to play these wonderful roles that, I watch on Netflix when I'm watching the movies. And so now I get to do it, Yeah. And I'm also, because I'm working daily with the literary agent on the novel, between those two and auditioning just about, I think on average about 2 times a week I go for auditions. 3 kids, 2 rescue dogs, a rescue cat, a part-time job at Ryerson University. I'm pretty busy.
What do you do at Ryerson?
I'm a simulator.
Which is
well, they hire professional actors for when, how do I put it? So say you're graduating from the law program, there are more articling students than there are articling positions available. So they hire us to play a role.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's not only law, it's also nursing, social work. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you ready for 20 questions?
Yes.
Let's do this. Coffee or
Okay.
tea? Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Meat or veggies?
Yes.
TV or Netflix?
Oh, Netflix.
Twitter or Facebook?
Facebook.
Yoga or yogurt?
Oh, yogurt. Rub it on my thighs rather than do yoga.
Montreal or Toronto?
I'm from Montreal. Montreal.
Ex Machina? I can't say that. It's Ex Machina.
It's not. It's
no,
Machina.
we talked about this
It's
before.
Machina.
I'm going to say
Machina.
Ex Machina or you, me, them.
You, me, them.
Okay.
Missy Higgins or Beyonce?
Missy Higgins.
Apples?
We Ride.
Pardon?
We Ride. Have you heard We Ride?
I used to listen to Missy Higgins all the time, so I probably have. I'll need to go back and listen again.
Yeah.
Apples or pomegranates?
Oh, definitely pomegranates. Messy, juicy, seedy. Bittersweet. Great.
Canada or Scotland?
Scotland. Never been, but there's fairies there.
You're a Canadian who picked Scott. Oh my gosh. I cannot
Sorry.
believe this.
But our
Sorry.
national
I can't
animal
believe
is the
this.
unicorn as
I
well.
can't
So I mean,
believe
there's
this.
even
my
even more
gosh.
reason.
Oh my gosh.
I need a unicorn in my life.
Theater or film?
You know, yeah, I'm going to say theater but it's like holding a unicorn to do theater. It's so ethereal, you know.
Yeah.
It's like holding smoke in your hand. I love it, but it's so wispy and hard to hold on to.
I love both, but I'm kind of obsessed with the permanency of things. So I love permanency over the next how many years until there's another medium and half of the movies are forgotten. But I love how film is just permanent. You can have that experience again and again. But that's more as a viewer, right?
Mm-hmm.
As an actor, there's theater. Really, nothing's like theater. The adrenaline, the fear.
That rush. It's terror. It's actual terror.
Yeah, it actually is.
Yeah. And we were
People are like, this sounds great. The pure fear and terror. It's been a while for me.
But it feels so good when you're done. It's like,
yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, that was good. Yeah.
Lobster or spaghetti?
Oh, God. Lobster spaghetti.
Education or experience?
Definitely experience.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Acting or writing?
On medication, writing. But without medication, I love the acting.
Michael Jackson or Michael Bolton?
Oh, who? Who's the second guy?
Michael Bolton? You don't know who Michael Bolton is?
Oh, he has like hair.
Well, he used to. Now it's really
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, Michael Jackson.
Of course.
He's a genius. Yeah, he was and is. Yeah.
Celine Dion or Marilyn Manson?
Are they related in some way?
You're kind of polar opposites.
They could be, yeah.
Well, Celine Dion. She works very hard. Yeah.
Ricky Gervais or Ricky Martin?
You know, Ricky Gervais has...
He's loco.
He is loco, but Ricky Gervais has a home in Canada.
Does he really?
So I'm going to say Ricky Gervais. Oh, yeah.
Where?
And he's saucy, and he's handsome.
Where in Canada? What
I
province?
think in Ontario.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would he choose? Well, I guess it's cold enough out there. Like, you think he would get a home in like LA or somewhere, or like somewhere
I think
hot?
he might.
He probably has one there
don't know
too.
nothing.
Probably. Well, it's Ricky Gervais. He's worth like hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm sure he has a home like everywhere.
Yeah. But he's apparently a very, very intelligent, kind man. So I would go with Ricky Gervais. And not that Ricky Martin isn't, and I love his music too.
I don't.
You don't? Oh, jeez. You should have edited that out.
No, I just don't. I mean, nothing against him personally. I just doesn't do it for me. Ricky Gervais, I am a fan though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do like him. So we also like things that rhyme. So, whale or kale?
Whale. Is that the answer?
It can be.
Sure.
Okay. Whale.
Bette Midler or the Riddler?
Midler, she's a genius too.
And the final question is, but remember, we did do some acting workshops together, and that's how we met. So keep that in mind when you answer this next question.
Ross or Marcio?
Making our guest uncomfortable.
Is there a right answer?
Yep, Marcio.
Yeah.
Marcio!
She knows what's good for her. That sounded bad. All right.
I like you, Ross.
You know
Thank
what?
you.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Everyone
He's
says
fine.
they like me, but no
He's
one
used
picks
to it.
me, you know?
You know what? Ross used to
fine.
win all the time for like the first like 50 episodes we did, and then people started wising up. So that's.
I think they just felt bad for you.
Oh, you're an ass. No, Ross is okay. I hate to admit it on the show, but he's okay.
And he's got cute hair.
Yes, he does
Thank
have.
you.
He does. If there's anything he does, it's he's got great hair.
It's the only thing.
If there's anything.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't done this in a while because we just haven't done this in a while. But do you have any film recommendations? Hopefully, something Canadian would be really great if you had something that you think everyone should just check out.
Oh my God, Marcio.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to say any of Mark Datwin's films
Okay.
because he's a relatively unknown. He keeps winning, Basted, Whitelock. He keeps winning in international film awards like crazy. He's a friend of mine. And I know how hard he works. Yeah, so any of Mark Datwin's films, Mad Resilience films, yeah, they're all Canadian, and those folks work harder than anyone I know.
Awesome. And I think everyone needs to go check you out at DawnaWightman.com. That's DawnaWightman.com. Your Twitter is Dawna Wightman, and your Facebook is Dawna.Wightman.
My Facebook? My Twitter is Dawna, is it?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Search. You correct us if we're wrong. Maybe Ross screwed up here or something.
No. It's
You
all
got
good.
it?
It's all good.
No,
Yeah.
we know your social links better than you do.
Yay!
And as for me, I am working on my second solo album, and you can hear my music at marcionovelli.com. Do it. I also recently released my award-winning documentary, Walking Proof, which chronicles the making of my debut solo album, and you can now watch it for free because I'm nice like that at marcionovelli.com/Walking Proof. You can admire the wonderful websites that Ross created for me. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify, which are all /Marcio Novelli, and say hi, and I will say hi back, and then maybe we'll start a conversation.
And I'm working on websites for various artists at the moment. You can check out my work at electrickiwi.co.uk. You'll find me on Twitter and Instagram as Electric Kiwi, and on Facebook I'm Electric Kiwi Design.
This episode was brought to you by Chris Keaton, Alyssa Parma, Buck Naked Soap Company, and Social Surge. All links are in the show notes, so make sure to check each and every one of them out because they're awesome for sponsoring the show, and they are just all awesome as individuals and what they stand for. So do it.
And if you want to join that awesome group of sponsors and be awesome yourself, you can visit patreon.com/bridgetheatlantic.
We say awesome so much on this show, Ross. In fact, our audience is...
That's why I said it. I said it because I noticed how much you were saying it there. I just thought I would add to it.
You are for saying awesome so much. Awesome is a fun word to say, and it shows just how much we do not use a thesaurus on a daily. Maybe you can help us out, Dawna. Can you give us a few synonyms for awesome that we can start putting into the show, into our vocabulary?
We should start like unicorn as a synonym for awesome. So
Okay,
it's like,
now you're just doing
unicorn.
like completely changing the whole, like blowing my mind here. All right, maybe I challenge our audience to give us a few words, please. And I know we can look this up, but we're too busy. So just our challenge our audience, give us some words that we can use. You know, awesome has become such an automatic response for me, you know, because it's just so awesome to say awesome. So give us a few synonyms. Give us a few things you'd like to hear us say in the show. And if you want to be as awesome as Dawna here. I said awesome again.
As unicorn as Dawna.
Yeah, if you yes, exactly. If you then maybe let us know if we should start using unicorn in place of awesome, because I'll do it. I don't give a shit. I'll do it.
Okay, sounds good. I want to mention my sponsor. Can I?
Sure. We'll probably cut it out, but go ahead.
nice. We've been sponsored by the real estate brothers, Sean and Dylan Provencher, who have paid for everything for this next show, and we owe them everything, and we want to say thank you.
Awesome. Unicorn.
Unicorn.
Yeah. You are unicorn. Please come back, and we wish you all the success in the world. We really do. You're a wonderful person.
Thank you. If anyone needs a mom, you can message me.
What does that mean?
I like to be people's mom.
It might be the strangest way we will ever end an interview. Thanks for watching Bridge the Atlantic. If you like what you saw, make sure to like, favorite, and most importantly, subscribe so that you don't miss each week's episode.
Please feel free to leave us a comment letting us know what you think of the show.
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and subscribe to us on iTunes so that you can listen to us on the go. Thanks again for being awesome, and we'll see you on next week's episode.